Welcome to Fidelis Funeral Consultants Affiliate Program. Today we're going to be talking about the 2 reasons why every family needs funeral trust. Here's the 2 reasons we talk to them about. Reason number 1, protection. People need to have protected funds. Ask protection from what? Well, from lawsuits, from bankruptcies, and most importantly is long-term care. Long-term care is something that's growing in the United States, and we need to provide a form of protection of people's assets. Here's the stats. 93% of people don't have long-term care insurance. When someone reaches the age of 65, there's a 70% chance that they will need some long-term care. Long-term care costs anywhere from $7,500 to $10,000 or more a month, which could really deplete someone's assets. A funeral trust is a great way to have those assets protected. It's important that they have some assets protected in the event they have to apply for Medicaid. The second reason that we talk about, and this is big and often overlooked and most people don't understand, is liquidity. Cash demands are a frequently overlooked reality of estate planning. And when I talk to families, I talk to them about the fact that a death certificate, the legal document that their family will need when someone dies, may not be available for several days, weeks, or even months. Now, the death certificate's important because it has to be filed where the people die. And there's oftentimes that families die away from home or visiting a child, maybe over in Europe. Their assets could be tied up for months. So please make sure that you tell families and talk to them about the importance of that death certificate, because all of their other assets are going to sit there and not be available for families until that death certificate's issued. And our funeral trust is a great way to make sure there's liquidity to their assets. After the funeral's paid, when someone dies and they go to the funeral home faxes the bill to the trust and they pay the funeral home directly and immediately. And the great thing is that there's extra money available, will go right to their family or loved ones without the need of the death certificate, and they'll have it in a couple of days' time, which is really important because there's other bills that people pay from travel, lodging, food. I know families who don't get paid for taking off work, so they may lose wages. So having that extra money in the family's hand immediately is just very important. So those are the 2 basic reasons. First, make sure that their money is protected, and second, make sure that they have a fund of liquid assets that'll pay their funeral costs. Families come in and have insurance policies with a company, but it may take weeks to months to get that money out. And unfortunately, the funeral home wants to be paid now, the cemetery wants to be paid now, the clergy, flowers, death certificates, all those things have to be paid now, and your funeral trust will make sure that there's money available to do that. So that liquidity part of the funeral trust is huge, and make sure that you educate families about that and the importance of having that liquid asset at the time of death. So no matter when, where, or how they die, that money will be available for their families.